Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. So here we are, fucking McMotherfucking Monday night, live in the Boneyard. Very first time we have roll of the dice. So let's go around the table, ask everyone what their names are and shit, and then we'll let Charlotte explain what's going on.
So I guess we'll start from the top.
Yep.
Ermax, you're up.
No, I didn't know. I didn't realize the video was in order from everybody. So, I'm Ermax. I'm a wizard. I don't talk much. I was raised by sphinxes because, my family liked to fight with them for no smart reason, and that's about as much as you'll hear from me.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right.
I am Charminar. I am the DM. So I will be literally everything else.
You do one of two things. Either watch him or
I'll just take him.
walk him.
My name is Carsolon the Stoneblade.
Okay, you're saying
I am I'm
Look,
a
he's got M&Ms.
Goliath barbarian.
Full of M&Ms. M&M?
Uh-oh.
You're probably M&Ms.
We can do that for a second. There you go.
Thank you. I am a Goliath barbarian. I was raised in a tribe of nomads as a hunter. However, upon returning from a hunt one day, I discovered that my clan had vanished, and there were bloody hoof prints at our camp. And now I'm on a quest to find my lost family.
Nice. And tonight I'll be playing Tabernac. I'm a gladiator, half orc, half human, trained to duel. I've won many fights as, that's what I do. And looking forward to engaging many more battles with you guys.
I am playing Valen, the rogue, born to a minor noble family, who's also sometimes a dumbass.
Just sometimes.
Just sometimes.
Here and there.
So before we start, your mom is aware that we are streaming, right? Okay. just wanted to.
Yeah.
I don't always get choice in actions.
Just wanted to ask.
Yeah.
So.
I don't always get choice in actions.
Let her
I
know
mean,
that next time she
I
comes
am-
in, she's gonna have makeup and hair and everything done.
I'm totally fine with one of my players being handed a screaming child. I just wanted to make sure that said screaming child's mom is okay with said screaming child being on a stream.
Yeah. I'll post the mute for you, so when and if they start screaming, I'll be right there.
I have an internal mute on my mic.
Oh, cool, man.
I was already muted when you muted me.
All right. So I guess we.
Let's do her. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, she froze up.
Oh no!
No way, right away, eh? Technical difficulties. I actually have a caption for that. Technical difficulties, please stand by. Now, we do have to warn the people we are getting a terrible storm in our area. So it might be hit and miss with our internet and stuff here.
I just got a text message. Charlotte is still here. Her computer crashed a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Breaking the internet for her. So while we're just chilling, man, tell me a little bit more about this band. FX Mayberry. I'm pretty sure you're in it, are you not, Kyle?
I sure am. I'm the bass player and sometimes vocalist. Charlotte, of course, is our lead singer. And we are local. When we first formed, we were all living here in Newmarket. And then, oh, she's back.
Oh,
she's back.
Yeah.
My
But yeah.
computer is a finicky piece of shit.
But yeah, band was formed up here in Newmarket, and we spent most of this pandemic just working on getting some music written and making sure that we feel passionate about it, and we're looking forward to sharing it with a lot of people.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Good way to kill some time now that Charlotte's back.
I mean, the good thing is it turns.
Oh, no way, yeah.
And this shameless plug is over.
Yeah.
You might as well continue. What songs have you guys written through the pandemic so far? And do you have any preview?
We do have 3 songs that we've released already on our YouTube channel, which is Effects May Vary is our YouTube name. Same as the band. And we have 3 songs that we've put up there so far. 2 of them were written prior to all of this, and one of them was completed just before the worst of the lockdowns began. We have 3 or 4 more at various stages of recording, including 2 that we just finished preparing to send off to our sound engineer within the last week. And we're very much looking forward to getting those back and finalized so that we can start sharing a little bit of a different side of our sound.
No, it'd be nice. I know while we were in Montreal, while we were there, Charlotte was able to play the music and stuff for everyone there. I think you guys might have landed a gig up that way. So
yeah, actually, we've been asked to try and schedule some stuff up there, and we're looking forward to seeing what comes of that.
No, man, I'm excited too because I love any excuse to go there. And if you guys are going, I got a car full of empty space for some of your equipment, and we'll get you down there for sure.
That's a wonderful offer. Thank you very much, TJ.
Yeah, of course, man, of course.
As for what we're focused on right now, once we get these 2 most recent songs back, and we get them up there, we're going to be looking to get just some eyes on them and see what people make of it, and then we'll be working on booking more opportunities to play them live for you.
Nice. I can't wait for live shows, man. Like I just jones for it.
Me too. I know exactly how you feel.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's back.
So, my camera is now off because I have a feeling that is what's causing the problem.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Leo.
So, it's funny because we did a complete test yesterday,
Yeah.
and my computer worked just fine. Didn't turn off. We were on for like an hour, and now that it actually matters, that is when my computer decides to take a shit.
I tell you, it's because my face is streaming that everybody else's computer is just gonna be like, nope, I don't want to do this no more.
So yeah,
No,
if my computer crashes again, I'm gonna have everybody wait 10 minutes while I get my potato ass laptop out,
Yeah,
because I am gonna
problem.
run this goddamn game whether y'all like it or not.
A little.
I mean, I really would like it.
All right. Okay. So, to begin.
We were actually on time today too. That's one of the first and only times in the Boneyard history that we were like right on time. And
Yep. My bad. All right.
yeah.
Okay. So, after a full day of doing whatever it is that your characters would do on their own, you all find yourselves in the local tavern. As you walk through the doors, you guys can see that there's a lot of people in here today. This isn't a tavern that you are familiar with. Of course, you are all travelers. So you sort of just every town that you go to, that is your current local tavern. So as you guys walk in, you can see that this tavern is particularly full. And off in the corner, you can see that there's some people, and they appear to be playing some sort of game. And I'll put you in the bar.
Oh, yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
So if everybody can drag and drop yourselves onto the map.
do that. Oh, yeah.
Also, I didn't secretly crash my own computer just so I wouldn't be on webcam. I know some of y'all are thinking it, probably. No, my computer legitimately crashed multiple times because of this webcam. It's just too awesome. It's too awesome.
I blame the storm.
How do I drag my dude on there? That was something we never did.
So you go up onto your character, go to where your character sheet is and just drag and drop it onto the map, and it'll drop your character on there.
Character sheet.
If you're having problems, I can also do it for you.
Could you? That would be great.
Easy peasy, rice and cheesy.
Thank you.
I can do it faster than I can explain how to do it.
Yeah. That'll be on my to learn list.
I'm gonna need that assistance.
Got
also.
it. Got it. There, like all around the map. Okay, so what are each of you doing?
I would like to sit down and have a pint.
Okay. You're gonna have to ask the bartender for a pint.
I am bothering people to see if there are any good bookstores.
Okay. So let's do this one at a time, I guess. We'll do the bookstore thing first. So you walk up to that particular woman there, and she says, "Oh, it's unfortunately we live in a rather small farming town, and none of us can really read. Sorry about that." I'm sure they have a book somewhere, maybe in the town hall, but or probably in the fort. They probably have plenty of military books in the fort, but yeah, no, not a lot of us can read.
I grunt and then walk away.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna go to Solon.
All right. So upon entering the tavern, I'll walk over to the bar, request one ale, and I'm going to stand over here and briefly keep my own company before I turn to the bartender and I say to him, "Sir, have you seen anything unusual happening in this town of late?"
Unusual? No, it all seems... everything's pretty normal. Everybody wakes up in the morning, goes out to the fields, tends to their cows, comes here in the evening. I make a lot of money. Yeah, that's about it.
Have there been any large numbers of travelers on horseback that came through?
No, definitely. I would definitely notice that. But now that we're talking, and he leans over the bar just so you get a little closer, and he says, "Now that I noticed that all of the talons, the militia, all of them are gone. Really, only the trainees are left. No idea why, but maybe as the local gossip, I kind of need to know this information. So if you could find out what's going on, that would be awesome."
I will I'll take on a thoughtful look for a moment, and then I'll turn to him and I'll say, "Perhaps." And I'll return to my pint.
Okay. Phelan, what are you doing?
Am I audible? Yes, I am. Phelan would most likely be sitting there quietly, just listening to the chitter chatter, drinking some tea.
Okay. Can everybody who's paying attention sort of to the people around them, so everybody who's sort of sitting quietly and people watching, can you roll perception for me?
Ooh, yes, I'm pretty close.
Wow. I have never in my life seen somebody roll a 0 before. So you, Solon, you are suddenly mesmerized by the bubbles in your drink. They seem to be making angry, mean faces at you. How dare they?
This happens too often.
Phelan. So you notice that a lot of the people in this particular tavern are looking towards this table over here. So where these people are playing this game, whatever it just so happens to be. And they're still in the stages of setting up and everything. But as people are watching, you can see them sort of side whispering to each other and exchanging coins.
Phelan would most definitely keep intrigue on that table and probably scoot his chair just ever so slightly so that he could get that little better position of hearing what they're saying, but try and hide the fact that he's listening in.
Okay. So as you listen in, all of the 4 men around the table kind of, sit up straight and lean on the table, and all 3 of them are looking toward one in particular. And he says, all right. So after a long day of adventuring, y'all find yourselves in your local tavern. You're going to have a pint. You're going to relax. It's been a long day. And one of the guys leans back in his chair and he's like, oh, my God, Cletus. And Cletus looks at him and he's like, yes, Terrence? You have something to say? Well, Cletus, why the fuck do you always start us in a goddamn tavern? It is so unoriginal. Like, do you not have any imagination? Like, you could have started us off at the top of a volcano. You could have put us in a brothel, so at least we could have some women. Like, come on, man. You always start us in a tavern. And Cletus looks at Terrence and says, well, if you want to start in a brothel, you can always run the game. And one of the men across from Cletus raises his hand. He's this really big gentleman, and he says, Cletus, while he has your attention, I forgot my math rocks again. Could you loan me another set? And Cletus is like, oh my God, that's like the 5th set that I've loaned you. Are you eating them? Okay, I'm gonna give you a set, and that's it. All right. If you lose these, I'm not giving you any more. You can carve your own. And so everybody sort of settles down and starts listening to Cletus again. He says, all right. So you enter the bar, and immediately you can see a very suspicious looking figure sitting at a table in the corner by himself. And as you walk in, his head slowly turns. And Terrence leans back in his chair again. He's like, ugh. Clyde's like, what? What, Terrence? What's your goddamn problem? And he says, oh, look, there's a shadowy figure sitting in the corner of the bar. You have no fucking imagination whatsoever, dude. And Cletus hops up out of his chair and he's like, all right, that's it. Roll for initiative. And Terrence says, what? You heard me. Roll for initiative. He's like, okay. And he rolls the dice. Plus my attack modifier. No, wait, plus my... No, wait, shit. And he starts ruffling through the papers on his thing. Okay, no. Plus my initiative. 10. I rolled a 10. All right. And Cletus is like, okay. And then he grabs a math rock and he rolls on the table as well. I rolled a 20. And he jumps across the table and punches Terrence in the face. Terrence falls back out of his chair, blood gushing out of his nose. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? And they just jump on each other and start fighting. And everybody else in the bar has been waiting for this. And they all start cheering and gathering around and cheering on the particular person that they were obviously betting on. And as they tussle around on the floor, let me just. So as they tussle around on the floor, you hear the click-clack of talons on the floor as a large red griffin, ridden by a young rider, enter the bar. And the rider hops off, if I can get him to do so. He hops off. And he says, all right, Terrence, Clyde, Cletus, sorry, fuck. All right, Cletus, Terrence, stop it. And he has no control over them whatsoever. They're still tussling. One of them has the other by the hair, and he's like just punching him in the throat.
Okay.
And so the young rider looks to his griffin and just nods, and the griffin lunges forwards and grabs each of the man in one talon and pins them to the floor. And Terrence is like, shit, sorry. We weren't fighting. We were having a discussion. And the rider's like, really? That looked like a pretty intense discussion to me. And he's like, oh no, yeah, we weren't fighting. You don't need to do anything about. We'll just pack up the game and leave. And the rider's like, okay, you guys can go. And everybody, you hear a collective out of everybody in the tavern as this talon just ends the fight, and the four men pack up their board game and they leave.
Has any of this caught my attention?
I'm sure all of it has got you. I'm sure once one of them stood up and screamed, roll for initiative, that would have definitely gotten your attention.
All right. In that case, once the fight is over and they're escorted away, I'm going to turn to the bartender again and say, does this sort of thing happen often?
Oh yeah, it happens every week. The last week they got in a fight because one of them had too many bricks and the other one had sheep, and he wouldn't trade his bricks for the sheep, so they fought. It happens all the time. It's really great for business, actually. I'm not gonna lie to you.
And people wager on these disputes.
He's just kind of wordlessly slides a jar full of gold coins across the bar.
I have no need for your offering, I say as I put my hand against the jar and push it back to him.
That's not. And he just grabs the jar and puts it on the counter. Okay, all right.
Yo. Ooh.
At this point, I'm gonna turn and look at the. Is the soldier still in here?
Yep.
Okay.
You don't want to do it over?
I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna walk through the bar, standing very straight at my full 7 feet of height, and walk straight up to the soldier fellow and say, "Are you a griffin?"
No. And he points to the griffin next to him, and he's like, "That's my griffin."
As they notice me silently petting the griffin.
Roll animal handling.
Not even a thing?
Yep. Okay, it begrudgingly lets you pet it. So now that you're standing in front of him, you can see that this soldier, even though he's rather tall, he's quite young. He's only about 14 or 15.
My mistake. I must have meant to say, are you a talon?
Oh, yes, I am. And he kind of stands up and puffs out his chest a little bit, and he's like, yeah.
And you talons, you keep the peace here?
We keep the peace everywhere. Do you not know that?
I am unfamiliar with these parts, and with your talons. However, I do need to know if you have seen any unusual travelers, perhaps riding horseback in large numbers in any of the recent weeks.
He kind of leans back a little bit and he looks up. He's like, as if he's thinking, he's rummaging through all of his thoughts, and he's like, I don't know. I mean, I don't spend a huge amount of time in town, to be honest, because I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, maybe you noticed I'm only a trainee, so I'm not a full Talon yet. So I spend a lot of my time at the fort training.
I have heard that many of your clan are trainees of late. What has happened to your elders?
Oh, that is classified information, and he's sorry, sir, I cannot divulge such Talon secrets. Yeah.
Classified. I know not what that means.
It means none of your beeswax.
My bees are long dead. Their hive was trampled.
All right. Does anybody speak like plain English in this group? Are all of you together? And he points to the three of you.
I speak English, Orc, and Elf.
Okay.
I speak normally, and Sphinx. I have a question for you.
Okay.
Where would you know if I could find any scriptures, spells, magic?
I mean, you'd probably have to go to the capital for something like that, or at least one of the main cities.
Nothing of ancient descent of great power.
Leo.
No, not that I know of. I mean, I could maybe take a look at the fort for you. And he like starts backing up. Yeah, I could totally look at the fort. Zephyr, come on. Where we're gonna go.
As he leaves, I'll yell after him. There are larger cities?
I say we follow the boy.
I concur.
May I follow with you?
You do what you wish.
Then I shall.
Yeah. Adventure time.
Okay. So you all head out of the bar? Phelan?
Phelan would also join them.
Sweet. All right.
Considering he always
Gonna
likes
put
to
you
know
back there.
what the talent you're up to.
All right. So you guys follow the young lad and his griffin out into the street, where the griffin then takes off and flies away. It is heading southeast.
Southeast we go.
As
Okay.
I watch the griffin fly away, I am reminded briefly of my late companion, the eagle, and I will clutch my eagle totem, which hangs from my neck, in memory.
Okay. So you guys walk through town. It's made of pretty ramshackle houses. They're sort of they're mostly made of wood with like straw or thatch roofs. None of them are more than one story, except for the inn which you just left. That one's very well built, actually. It's like he has a lot of money or something. And some of the townhouses have little pens in the back where they keep chickens or ducks or some other small fowl that can be kept in a small pen near a house. And as you guys sort of start to leave town, you can easily see the fort. It's got very, very high walls. They're about 20 feet tall, made of pieces of timber that have been cut into boards and then points at the top. And there's a very large wooden gate, which luckily for you is currently open.
I walk through the gate, looking around.
I walk through the gate completely at ease.
I kind of stroll through in a puffed up posture because I believe everything's hostile as I come into it.
Phelan is going to watch all of this in surprise.
Okay. So you guys just kind of waltz into the base.
Pretty much.
Okay. So
I'm
as
looking
you
for the
guys
library.
walk in, you can see that there's one large building. It appears to be some sort of headquarters. There's another very long building. It's like 1 story or so, and it appears to be some sort of stable for probably all of the griffins. And then there's another building, so they're sort of arranged in like a half square. And then the final building appears to be residence for all of the talons that are currently residing here. So it's just somewhere for them to sleep and eat and cook and all that jazz.
If we find the griffin, we may find the boy.
That's actually true.
I will turn my head towards Ermax with a puzzled look on my face. And then I'll shrug. And I'll walk to the nearest door and I'm going to knock on it.
So the nearest door to you would be the headquarters door.
Okay. So I'll knock on the headquarters door.
Okay. You just hear a come in.
I will open the door and I'll walk through it.
Okay.
I reluctantly follow.
I stand guard outside the door, watch people as they pass through the streets.
Okay. So you walk in and you can immediately see that there is a older Talon. He appears to be the oldest person that you've seen so far wearing the uniform. He's just an average human. He's about 65. And he says, "Oh, hello. Sorry,
recognizing his advanced age, I am immediately going to take on a posture of respect, head slightly bowed, but still looking directly towards him, and I'm going to ask, revered elder, are you the shaman of this Talon clan?"
I cut him off before he answers and asks, "Why is it the extreme age, nothing in between of the youngsters and the elderly?"
oh, are you asking
Are you asking me or are you asking him?
No, I'm asking him, yeah. I cut him off before he can answer.
Well, the majority of my soldiers were summoned to the capital for reasons that I cannot divulge. But do not worry, you are all very well protected.
Oh, your Talon clan. You protect people.
Yes. We uphold the law.
I know not of your law of which you speak. However, I have failed to protect people of my own, and I seek information about them if you have any.
I will do my best to be of service.
Wonderful, wonderful.
You have ignored my question, old man.
I answered your question, sir. And he looks at
Yes.
you directly.
But then where are the women of mid-age, as many of them would not fight?
Men and women are equal in the Talons, good sir.
I'll leave that there for a minute.
I will. I'll kind of have a glazed over look on my face as I
He
watch
kind of
them in
looks
their
at all of
direction.
you and he says, I'm getting hints that you're not from here. Would that be accurate?
Correct.
Right.
Right.
Well, unfortunately, I am not paid to be a tour guide, nor to answer questions of such frivolous nature.
I assure you, my question is brief and my need is great. Have you seen any large groups of travelers, perhaps riding upon horses, in the most recent of weeks?
Well, sir, the largest group of travelers that I've seen are all of the griffins that I sent to the capital about a week ago.
Did they fly through the air or did they ride upon the ground?
Of course they fly! They are griffins!
About that time, I'm going to walk inside and ask, how do we purchase some of these griffins?
All right. Allow me to. Hold on. And he just gets up and like struts. He just stomps out of the building.
I immediately turn and follow him
And he
outside.
says, "Desmond, Zephyr, come here." And a very familiar-looking red griffin and his young rider, they trot out of the stables, and Desmond rolls his eyes. He's like, "Oh." Yes, sir. He says, "Young Desmond, I need you to take these people around and explain everything to them, answer all of their questions. Goodbye." And he turns, and without letting Desmond answer or do anything, and he turns back for 1 second and he says, "And that's an order!" And he steps into the building and closes the door. And Desmond puts his hand on his face for a second, covering his eyes, and he looks at you through his fingers. And then he looks over at Zephyr, and Zephyr looks back at him, like, and then he looks to you guys, and he's like, "Okay. What?"
I was stuck in the building as he closed the door, so I step outside, a rude old man, and I join the group.
Phelan's also going to join the group once the shock of just 3 random people walking into a Talon fort and not get arrested. That's when he joins.
I see nobody new to ask my question, and so I will be dwelling in thought until I think of another one.
I will be just chilling, watching the crowd, making sure nothing happens to our group.
Oh, you guys were so
Boy.
talkative before.
Boy,
Yes.
how would we get to the capital?
The capital is a few hours Griffin flight due south from here.
Then I shall speak up again, and how do we acquire some of these griffins? So we may travel.
Griffins are if you guys aren't from here, let me explain. Griffins are only loyal to their talon. They will only listen to somebody in the military. Ergo, they are not for sale. They are not available to anyone that is not within our ranks.
I see.
Is there other forms of flying beast we could take?
Not around here. Most of them are afraid of our griffins, so we cannot keep them.
Is there
How would a wizard enlist?
You need to be chosen. Talons are chosen as babies.
Would there be horses we may acquire?
I'm sure some farmer somewhere has one for you.
I start walking away looking for these farmers.
I will follow and help them find horses to continue our travel.
A couple of minutes later, when I notice that I'm standing there alone, I will also follow.
Okay. So you guys walk back into town, I guess.
Yeah, as bewildered as this events have been.
You have a feeling that if this was a proper base and not a training base that was also fully staffed with fully trained adult Talons, that would have gone very differently.
Hence my suspicion towards them all. In our quest, I choose to also further investigate the Talons.
Is that to me or is that to everybody else?
That's probably
Is
for
this
everybody.
kind of like in general?
Yeah.
I have to figure out where we're going from here now.
I will. I will catch up to them and say, "Investigate the Talons for what, friend?"
The main point of the Talons only having young trainees, and that we were able to waltz directly into their base, I think we should ask more questions. If they are to protect, how can they protect this town if all they can do is barely protect their own housing?
It is true, their clan may have need of some strong fellows who can aid them in their duty.
I find you all quite interesting.
I believe we should go back to the tavern. Try and acquire horses for our travel.
I'll turn to him and I'll simply nod.
I say we should look for the city hall and speak with the city leader.
I'll turn to him and I'll simply nod.
Then I suggest we split up and find our horses and find the city center and meet back at the tavern and discuss our findings.
Yes, I think I shall join you. Walking is not enjoyable.
No.
I shall walk with Ermax as far as the city center, and then I'm just going to, once we split ways there, I'm going to just walk around looking at stuff.
So, just to clarify, you guys are in a town,
Yes.
not anywhere near a city.
Mm-hmm.
No.
The tallest building is the inn.
Yes, but it still has to have a leader for their town. Whether
Town
that
hall.
be the military head, or I'm looking for the next best thing because that's what we were already just speaking to. So the town's leader.
The mayor.
Well, I guess you're going to have to investigate that then.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm not just getting. Oh yeah, no, totally. This guy. Just go find this specific guy that you've never talked to before. Yeah. This is fine.
So then I return to the tavern to ask there to see if the drunkard has spoken with anyone.
You mean the bartender?
The drunkard of our group.
Yes. I will give you the devil horns and slowly stomp to the bar.
I'm confused. Okay.
He's
bartender
inquiring if
looks at you.
Tabernac, I think, has spoken to anybody.
No, not yet.
So the bartender looks at you and arches an eyebrow. Can I can I get you something?
Yes, a pint of your finest mead, and I need information on horses for travelers.
Okay. My finest mead costs 2 silver a pint.
I believe I can afford 2 silver points.
I'm pretty sure you can. So 1 gold is 10 silver.
1 gold is 10 silver?
Yep.
So I will flip him 1 gold and say, keep them coming.
Okay. He happily just slides the money off of the counter into his hand. And says, sorry, what was the second thing?
We require horses for our travel to the city.
Oh, Fenwick's down the street. He breeds horses. I'm sure he'd be happy to sell you some for the right price.
Of course. Allow me to finish my pints, and I shall stumble down there and negotiate.
I overhear this without having to ask and then just continue to the house.
Okay.
I knock on the door.
You hear a startled, sort of noise from inside. What's it? Hello?
I'm looking for horses.
What?
Do you have anything to sell?
I can't hear. The door's closed. Who? Hello? Who are you?
I open the door.
What
I
are
am
you
looking
doing
to
in my
purchase
house? Get out of my
horses.
house! Hey! This guy walks forwards very quickly and closes the door in your face. Stay out of my house! It's my house!
We are told you breed horses.
So?
We wish to purchase some.
His voice is muffled by the door, and he's like, How many?
I believe the correct answer is 4.
And he opens the door a crack and pokes his nose through. He's like, how much are you willing to pay for these 4 horses?
Depends on what they are worth. What is their health?
I breed fine horses.
Let's see them.
Well, no. Right now, you only have my curiosity. You do not currently have my attention.
If you wish for us to purchase your horses, we need to see them before we decide, as I will not be buying a skeleton of horse.
I assure you my horses are very fine. Now, how much gold do you have? I want to make sure you're not wasting my time.
About this time, I stumble up to the door, half drunk, and flash gold really fast, and then put it back in my pocket. And say, let's see the horses.
Yeah, sure, yeah, right away. And he opens the door and ushers you into his house.
How tall is the door?
So you're gonna have to duck. It's only 6 feet.
I stoop through the door.
And he says, "Oh, come on in, sit." And he he motions to the chairs. He says, "Can I get you any food?" And he walks up.
The drunkard is only halfway through the door, so I step over him.
I will simply shake my head in response to his question.
No?
I will nod no as well.
Phelan will now walk in the door.
Yeah.
Now that he's clear of them.
So you want any food? You want any water? Anybody?
We would
No?
like to see the horses.
Of course. Come right this way, sir. And he leads you out the back door. And you guys can see that there is a very large paddock and stable, and there are many, as he said, fine horses. I'm sure you could have seen them from the road.
I'll nod.
But y'all walked up to the door.
Well, I'll go over and definitely start inspecting the horses.
Yeah. So will Phelan.
Anybody who wants to inspect a horse has to roll animal handling.
Oh,
That would be fun.
Where do I find that? Dun, 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 dun. That's under my stats, right?
The horses don't seem to like me on this one.
Animal handling is this one.
Oh, let me pull that up. Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Kyle.
Animal handling. I see it. Clicking. That work?
Okay. So, Tabber and Ermax, you guys reach out and kind of offer your hand to the horses, and they immediately put their ears back against their skulls and like shy away from you.
Oh, of course. That's why I don't like horses.
I move to the next horse and I'll roll again.
Okay. Phelan, you do manage to get your one horse to approach you.
Phelan will gently pet it.
All of the other horses appear to be following suit. They're like, no, you're obviously afraid of this guy, so like, I should be afraid of this guy. This guy's scary. No.
I move to yet another horse.
Hey!
Okay. This
I was
little
about to
foal
walk.
approaches you. Doesn't seem to be afraid of you.
I'll take this horse.
That's a foal.
It's large enough to carry me, and since it's a foal, it won't cost as much.
Okay. Okay. He just starts making uncomfortable noises. He's like,
About this time, I approach another horse. So I roll again.
Yep.
Rolling.
Nice.
oh, you suddenly remember this whistle that you were taught. And you do that particular whistle and all of the horses perk up. And about 4 of them trot over to you.
Oh, nice. Now I pull out 4 carrots from my pocket and feed each one.
Okay. You pull out 4 spontaneously generating carrots.
Yes.
I look at him with amazement that this brute can tame these animals so easily.
Phelan's gonna walk over to the guy who owns the horses and say, "What is your price?"
Well, each of these fine steeds usually goes for about 50 gold a head.
And for feed for, let's go with 2 weeks.
So the horse plus feed for 2 weeks, that's 60 gold a head.
Phelan's gonna pull out his purse and drop it. Drop
Okay.
the 60 gold.
Which steed would you like, sir?
He's gonna point to the one he was looking at.
Okay. Allow me to go get the saddle, and he scurries off. But he's still watching you. He still like turns around occasionally and looks back at you, but he is going off to get a saddle.
Phelan will calmly wait.
As my companions have been inspecting the horses, I've been standing by the back door of the home and glancing at the field of horses, and then back down to Fenwick, and then back at the horses, and back at Fenwick. And just now, as Fenwick has gone back inside, it has occurred to me that perhaps he may know something about the horse prince at my family's camp, and I would like to ask him when he returns if he has sold horses to anyone else of late.
Okay. He returns, like struggling with this rather large saddle. You just had to choose the big horse, huh?
Okay, so yeah, I'll ask him. I'll turn to him and I'll ask him. Mr. Fenwick, have you sold any of these horses to anybody else within the last several weeks, particularly a large group of people?
Sold quite a few horses this season, actually. It's been very good for me. I think the largest number that I've sold at one time is, he very quickly points at each of you. 4.
I'll frown for a moment and ask him,
Is the quality of your steeds that bad? Should we be paying full price?
Well, no, it's most people don't come with their friends to buy horses. They usually just come to buy one. It's not unusual. Or most
Don't
people who are
mistake
purchasing
them.
a horse already have another horse. They don't need 4 horses. They already
Don't
have
mistake
3.
these acquaintances for friends as of yet.
Sorry. I mean, you all showed up and waltzed into my house.
I'm
So-
paying for the horse that likes me. It's a bit of a runt. I'll pay half price.
It's not fully grown yet. I'll
Half
give him.
grown, half price.
I will give him to you for 40, not a coin less.
35.
Not a coin less. And unless you want to barge into somebody else's house and demand for a horse,
I
I
laugh
suggest
and
you take the
chuckle
deal.
and feed the horse another carrot.
Spontaneously generating carrots. Witchcraft! Witchcraft, I tell you!
Yeah.
Fine, I will pay the 40, but you're throwing in the saddle and the feed for free.
No. No. No, that's still going to cost you 10 gold, sir.
having just realized that that he's expected to buy a horse, Carcelon is going to start rummaging through his belongings, looking for coin.
Sir, wait. Allow me to. And he walks over into the stable, and he comes out with a Clydesdale. He's like, I think this one would be more your speed.
I'll walk over to inspect the horse.
Unfortunately, he's the only one that I have, and he's quite precious to me. Would you be willing to give me 70 for him? To maybe make up for my lost funds?
I will
And
pull
he
out.
glares over at Urmax.
I will pull out all the coin that I have, and hold it in the palm of my hand and hold it forward to him. Carcelon does not know how much gold he has in the parlance of this town, but for your purposes, it's 10 pieces.
You have 10?
Yeah.
You're supposed to roll 10d10 plus 150.
I'm from a tribe of nomads that don't
Okay,
interact with
all right,
society.
okay. He kind of looks expectantly into your hand, and then his face falls as you realize there's only 10 gold pieces in your hand. He's like, I'm sorry, sir.
Is this 70?
No.
No.
How much is this?
That's 10.
How different is that?
You need about 60 more, so 7 times this. And he looks at all of you as if he's incredulous that he's actually having this conversation right now.
About this
I was just going to shrug our shoulders.
I'll look down to him and say, is there perhaps some way that I could earn that difference?
If you muck out the stalls for a month, I would consider letting that go.
We don't have a month, boy.
No, not at all. We must ride tomorrow.
It is true. I cannot wait that long.
Well,
I
maybe you
laugh.
should ask one of your, he looks over to Max, acquaintances if they can loan you some money.
I'll nod considerately, and I'll turn and I'll walk back over to the other gentleman, and I'll look between the three of them and I'll say, though we have just met, I have a feeling that fate intends us to journey together. Would any of you be able to aid me with this man's price? I will be in your debt.
Pull a carrot out of my pocket and eat it myself and say, let me negotiate with this gentleman. Walk back over to the man. I'll give him 100 gold coin and say we want 2 horses and a week's rations for those horses. And I will buy his horse and my horse.
No.
Of course not.
That will buy...
Just give him the never-ending carrots to feed his horse.
that buys your horse and your saddle and food for it for 2 weeks.
I
This
do not need a
Clydesdale
saddle.
is
My good
70.
man. I will ride my horse bareback like my
Okay.
ancestors.
You are still 20 gold short, at least.
No. 100. 1 week's rations, 1 saddle, 2 horses.
He drops his head for a second and then he claps his hands together and he's like, gentlemen, I am the only horse breeder within 100 kilometers of here because nobody else is stupid enough to try and breed horses this close
Brute.
to griffins.
My tall friend. How
I'll
easy
look
do you think it would be to cut his head off with one swing of your axe? Maybe that answer will help him come to a decision on price.
Are you threatening me?
Yes.
Just merely helping with fact.
I'm going to have to ask you to leave now.
I start walking away with the small horse in tow.
I throw the bag of gold on the ground and bring the 2 horses with me as well.
No. You cannot do that. Hey, stop it.
Phelan's gonna hop out and walk over to him. What is the remaining balance?
Ermax, did you pay for your horse yet? No, you didn't.
No.
I have a hard problem with the concept of money because I was raised by sphinxes, so I'm just trying to get by without looking like an idiot.
The remaining total is 30 for the Clydesdale, 60 for the foal, and 20 for my lack of patience. Otherwise, I will call the Talons and have all of my property reclaimed.
$90 gold coins still remaining. I pull out another carrot and ponder.
You are not within earshot.
I'll be watching all of this with some confusion.
I drop a
Really?
small satchel of 50 coins in his hand as I walk by.
Into
Into the old man's hand.
okay,
That would leave 30,
that would leave 40.
40.
20 for the Clydesdale and 20 for his patience.
Yes, right.
That is definitely more of an off ride I can deal with. Phelan's gonna drop 50.
Okay. And he takes all of the gold and pockets it, and his pockets are now bulging, and his pants look like they're barely... If he didn't have a belt, his pants probably would have fallen down with all of the gold that he has in his pockets. And he claps his hands together and he bows to you and he says, "Thank you for your business. Please be sure to refer anyone who else, anybody else who needs horses. I'm the only one in the area, so they don't have much of a choice, but a referral still helps."
I'll walk over to my Clydesdale and attempt to take its reins, if it's wearing any.
You reach for the reins and accidentally bop it a little bit harder on the snoot than you intended to, and it pulls its head back, looks at you like, bro. Doesn't actually talk, of course.
Yeah. I'll meet its gaze with a flinty stare, and I'll just stare it down.
My horse starts to follow me as I walk away without handling it, and then lets me on to ride away.
Your horse loves you.
About that time, I leap gallantly up onto my horse, raise my axe in the air, and gallop off.
I'll attempt once again to mount the horse, but this time I'd like to try and rely on my intimidation rather than animal handling.
Oh, should I roll for my thing too?
Probably.
All right, done.
Yes, you do exactly that.
Am I able to intimidate the horse?
You can surely try.
Oops, I didn't mean to roll that in the GM layer, but anyhow. I just realized I've done every roll in the GM layer.
That's fine as long as I can see them, right? And
yeah, exactly.
Everybody else can see them.
The stream can see them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I will... I'll proceed to climb on the horse carefully.
It puts its ears back and takes a step backwards, and then puts its ears forwards and puts its ears back again, as if it's like, I'm not really sure about you, but okay.
I will gently climb onto the back of the horse.
Okay.
Drunkard, throw some carrots.
As you guys are all beginning to walk away, or ride away, you hear a voice yelling, "Wait!
Phelan hasn't left yet. He hasn't even mounted his horse yet.
So that's for everybody else. But Phelan, you can see, you turn towards the noise and you can see the 65-year-old Talon running as fast as he can towards all of you.
Phelan will walk over and see what the commotion is.
I continue on ignoring him for his rudeness earlier.
I kind of hold up, slowly trot, and watch over my shoulder to make sure everything's fine.
I'll trot over to the gentleman requesting help.
Okay. He runs up and then kind of leans on his legs for a second, breathing heavily. And he's like, "Oh God, oh thank goodness I caught you. I'm sure it's nothing, but I am getting quite worried at this point. You all seem quite capable. Desmond and Zephyr, I've sent them off to go collect all of the other trainees. They were doing just a routine obstacle course for the evening before they had dinner, and none of them have returned. They were supposed to be back an hour ago."
I'll furrow my brow a little bit and say, "Are you asking us to find them?"
Yes.
I can sense by their body language something is wrong, so I slowly gallop back to the old man and our companions.
Phelan's going to give out a bit of a chuckle and say, "And I thought griffins were annoying."
I mean, if I had a griffin myself, I'd just fly over there, but unfortunately, Anyways, could you please aid me in this
I only return because my horse starts following the largest, and I can't control it.
It's like, Mummy, no, Mummy.
Uh,
I
That's what
will.
you get for buying a foal.
I'll ask him if. Well, I'll tell him first. If your trainees are strong, then they will return. If they are weak, why need I help them?
Because you're another humanoid who should have a basic desire to help others?
I laugh. I am no human. Only half.
Humanoid.
Oh.
I
guess
request-
that'd be humanoid then.
I request the same amount of gold we spent on all the horses and supplies.
Fine. Just go, please. I am begging you.
Where
I'll look
is
at my
the
companions, and if they seem satisfied, I'll nod my head.
I grabbed my bag of gold and nodded my head as well.
Well, if we are to help, we need to know the location of their training field.
It's a 20-minute flight by Griffin from here, so it should take you on horses about half an hour to get there.
What direction?
North.
Then we'll nod, hop on his horse, and start trotting away.
We ride north. I follow him.
I ride with them as well.
As do I.
Okay. So, you guys ride north out of town, and all of the buildings and the fort just kind of disappear behind you. As you ride into the trail that sort of cuts into the forest. After about... You guys are going pretty fast, right? You guys are running, or are you just trotting?
Phelan would be putting
A brisk walk for the larger horses is a pretty hard gallop for my horse.
That's what you get for buying a foal.
I would not be riding at any great speed.
No,
I would
I mean-
let one of the others set my pace.
A Clydesdale would surprise you.
I didn't say that it can't. I said that I'm choosing not to.
Okay.
I will let one of the others set the pace.
I don't feel that any of us have a great sense of urgency. If they're dead, they're dead.
Yes. I'm trotting along beside them as well.
Okay.
Phelan would be putting a bit of a effort into
Okay.
knowing what griffins are like.
So, it takes you guys about, at the partially brisk pace you guys are using, it takes you guys about 20 minutes to get there. About 100 feet in front of you, you guys can see that the forest kind of drops away into a large clearing. And can everybody roll perception for me, please?
Yes.
Not that again. Oh, that again.
Where's perception?
Perception is near the bottom of your skill list.
Interception. Performance perception. There we go. I think I rolled the right one.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
So Tabor and Ermax,
Yeah, baby.
all of you, hear screaming. Some of the voices are human. Some of the voices are not. Yeah. And
Dismount my horse, ready my sword, my shield and my battle axe.
How far away does the screaming seem to be?
100 feet.
100 feet? Okay.
Or just over 100 feet. Seems to be
All
coming from the clearing. You can very, very easily tell that. As I was saying, Phelan and... I gonna keep pronouncing your name wrong. Solon?
Solon.
Solon. Got it. All right. Phelan and Solon, you guys can see that there are dead griffins on the ground in this clearing. Some of their wings have been ripped off. Some of their legs have been ripped off.
I investigate the griffins to try and figure out what had attacked them.
Whatever is attacking them is still in this area. It's still fighting. We should most definitely continue toward the voices, see if there's anything left to salvage.
I am climbing down off of my horse and already beginning to charge in the direction of the screaming at my maximum foot speed.
I am in close pursuit behind you.
Okay.
I have
Phelan would
a
like Dom to keep
bloodlustful
up.
grin on my face.
I use the other two as a shield while I follow.
Okay. So as you all
take out his bow.
step towards the end of the path, and you guys can now see the large clearing, you can see that there is indeed an obstacle course composed of a mud pit, some rocks, some training dummies. But those definitely, none of those really catch your attention at the moment. What easily catches your attention is the large green armor-wearing monster that is currently standing in the middle of the field. It has a long serpentine neck with a head with horns sprouting from it and a huge mouth full of very sharp teeth. It appears to be some sort of reptile with 2 wings and 2 legs, and its long tail ends in a very wicked-looking barb.
But it's not a dragon.
But it's not a dragon.
I will look at my comrades, give them the old nod to see if they're with me, and I would definitely attempt to slay the beast.
As soon as I've taken in the full measure of the beast, I'll grab my eagle totem in my hand, my left hand, as I take my stone blade greatsword off of my back, and I'll scream with my voice to the sky, "Kaelon! See me now!" And I'll start running towards the beast.
Phelan's going to
Okay.
duck into any nearby shrubbery or something he can hide behind.
I've already started prepping my spells, and I am with the young rich lad hiding near the bushes.
Can everybody roll initiative for me, please?
Where would you like us to put our tokens first?
So you guys are coming
that's a
from
good
here.
point. Okay.
Ping, ping, ping.
Nation insight. Where's that one? Oh, initiative right here. I got it.
Top center of your character sheet.
Yeah. I was looking down the list. I think that worked. And then you want my little dude on the screen?
I can put your little dude on the screen.
If you could, that'd be excellent.
Oh, I forgot to do that. Okay.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, look at all the dead griffins.
Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go.
There we go. I can move them now?
Yep.
I'll be over here then.
Oh, fuck. I need to roll for these guys.
Do you want us to all start like from down here and move?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Move on back down.
Yeah, so everybody get your asses back down here.
All right. All right.
You start
There
here.
Oh.
Sit. Everybody
All right.
sit.
We're off screen.
yeah.
You might want to scroll down a bit.
There we go.
Why did that not work?
Nobody knows.
Fine, I will do it manually.
Downtown.
All right. So I should also mention that the screaming is from the 4 griffins and their riders that remain alive. And there's one griffin bouncing around up here on top of the rocks. All right.
All right.
This is so weird without music. Phelan, you go first.
All right. Phelan, is it possible to get inside of those rocks area?
Yep.
The bottom right?
Yep.
Cool. Oh yeah, Phelan's gonna get it. He's gonna definitely hide inside of that. He's gonna look up to the... Is it just a griffin or a griffin and a rider?
It's a griffin.
He's gonna do his best to signal to, hide. And then he's gonna take out his bow and ready a shot for once whatever it is isn't paying attention his direction.
Okay. This particular griffin, a bluish purpley griffin, doesn't seem to be paying particular attention to you, or really anyone. It's sort of facing this way, and it's half of its attention is on the dragon-esque thing in the middle, but the rest of its attention is looking downwards between the rocks.
All right.
Is there anything else you want to do?
No, he's gonna ready his action to take a pot shot with his bow.
Okay. What's
Once
the trigger for your action?
Once whatever it is attacks something else.
Okay. Go ahead and take your shot.
Yay.
Short bow. Bam.
That will hit.
All right. Dun, dun.
Da, 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 da. Okay, so your arrow streaks through the air and kind of sticks into the side of this thing. It doesn't seem to really mind as it lunges forwards and grabs this griffin in between its teeth. And you hear it shriek as it reaches up with one clawed foot and grabs the griffin by the body and just tears the wing off of it, and then spits out the wing and throws the griffin onto the ground.
Yeesh.
Its rider falls off over here, and the griffin ends up over there. All right, that
the
is.
rider still alive?
It appears to be.
Okay.
The majority of the attack was focused on the griffin. Ermac, that makes it your turn.
So I make my way behind the rocks.
What is your movement speed there, bud?
Oh, where is that?
Top, right beside your initiative. It's on the right side of your initiative.
It's 30.
Oh, speed.
So each of these squares is 5 feet.
Okay, so I can move 15
6 squares.
squares.
No, you can move 6.
Oh,
So weird without music.
It is. Next time we'll have some music. Have all that ready.
so I move my 6 squares.
That would put you here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's only 5 though.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you have to land, you have to be on the square then. Trust me, it's 30 feet.
All right.
Yeah.
Then, as I get there, use my. I use poison. I think that's it. And I obviously missed.
So the range on that is 10 feet.
Yeah.
You got to be within 10 feet of the dragon, of the whatever it is.
Yeah, I'm trying to. There we go. That's the one I want. Chill touch.
That is a touch spell.
No, it's not. It's range.
It's actually
It's
not.
range?
Yes.
That's 100.
So what?
It says touch in the.
I
Wow.
know.
Let me explain the spell. This is one of my favorite spells. So what it is it's a skeletal hand that can go out up to
Oh,
120
that
feet.
one.
Yeah,
Oh,
That-
wow.
It's kinda like
okay.
Mage Hand.
Got it. Yeah.
it's kind of like Mage Hand, but an attack.
I am pretty sure you're within 120 feet. And yeah, you definitely can see him. So so it's an attack, right?
Yeah.
That's against his AC.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, your skeletal hand flies towards this thing, and it turns its head and like it bounces off one of the horns and into the air, and just doesn't seem to have any effect.
Okay. So is it somebody else's turn now, or is it mine still?
You still have your bonus action if you can do anything with that.
My bonus action. Where do I find that?
So it's part of your turn. So there's certain spells that you can cast as a bonus action, like Hunter's Mark, or I think Cure Wounds is a bonus action.
No.
No?
Healing Word is a bonus action.
Healing Words, one of them is. I got up at 5 o'clock this goddamn morning, okay?
Either way, anything you can cast as a bonus
Anything
action
you can
will
cast
have
as
a
a bonus
designation.
action. So it'll say
Yeah.
casting time, bonus action.
Whoa, what the?
So you could cast Expeditious Retreat if you wanted to. Because Chill Touch is a cantrip, so you can cast a spell.
Yeah, my sheet just disappeared for some weird reason. Hold on, I gotta get back to my sheet. And now it looks different for some reason.
Oh no.
So
What's going on?
that's because I can control your sheet too.
Oh, well,
So these are where all your spells are.
oh, so I'm looking for, you said a cantrip now?
No. So you cast a cantrip, okay?
Yeah.
Chill Touch is a cantrip. And within your turn, you can only cast one spell and one cantrip. And you have one action and one bonus action to do so. So you've cast a cantrip using your action. So now you can cast a spell using your bonus action. And the only one that you can use as a bonus action is Expeditious Retreat.
Oh, it makes it easy then.
Well, you keep moving everything, and then I can't do anything. Like you're controlling my sheet. I can't do anything while you're doing that.
Mwahaha. I have the ultimate power! Kneel before me!
That's awesome.
You want to control your character? No. No! I say no. Okay.
Well, yes, I'd cast Expeditious Retreat if you'd let me.
Yeah. Okay, so you can take a dash action as a bonus action. So essentially, you can run twice the speed without using up your action to do it.
Yeah. So.
All right, is that your turn?
Yeah, I run as far as I can, which is.
No, that's the end of your turn.
Oh.
So you've used your movement, you've used your action, you've used your bonus action. That is your turn.
Okay.
All right.
It does say when he casts the spell, he can take the dash action.
So yeah, I
but
was
you
supposed to be
cast the
moving
spell
away
and
from it.
then-
That's what that spell's supposed to do, right?
Oh, wording. Yeah, go for it.
So yeah.
So you
I'm
can move
supposed-
an extra 30 feet.
So I'm gonna like retreat over here.
That's more than 30 feet.
Okay.
You can move back to where you were.
There. How's that?
Perfect. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Solon.
All right. Having seen the beast move away from me, I'm going to shout at it, "Come back to me!" and fly into a rage. And then I'm going to race directly forward by full movement. 5,
Yep.
10, 15, 20, 40 feet, and take an aggressive stance, waiting for him to focus on me so that I can have glorious battle. And that's my turn.
Okay. I strongly suggest you use your dash action.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I was like, dash. Okay, yeah. So another 40
Because
feet?
you are now in a rage, so if you do not attack something or get attacked, you will lose your rage.
Oh.
40 feet.
There you go. Get within melee.
Yeah.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Dever, that makes it your turn.
My turn?
Yep. So
Oh, okay.
action, movement, bonus action, you do not have to use them in that order.
Okay. Well, I will definitely follow my comrade closer to the beast, seeing as how I have no long-range weapons.
You do, actually. You have hand
I do?
axes. Yep.
Oh, I can
They're
throw
not
them?
quite that long range, but you can throw them.
Yeah. Well,
I'm pretty
I'll
sure the
definitely-
range on that is 60, if I am
Yeah.
correct.
I'll
I have
definitely.
not been correct the majority of the time this night, so do not take my word
They
for
have a
it.
range of 20-60, so you can
Yeah.
throw them up to 20 feet at a normal roll, then up to 60 at disadvantage.
Oh, okay. I will definitely move forward to get
60.
closer. So I have to roll that, don't I?
To move,
Okay,
you don't
so
have to
move-
roll anything.
Oh,
You can
okay.
Yeah,
just-
move. Yeah, you could just freely move.
Oh, okay.
Well, not freely, but like,
Yeah.
you know.
I can move 5, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
perfect.
Nice. And then I will throw some axes at it.
Let's see if you can.
Yeah.
Yes, you can,
Both?
but it will be a disadvantage.
It will be?
Yes. So
I get
so essentially, it's so you can throw it 20 feet accurately. But
Oh,
you
yeah.
you're physically capable of throwing it 60.
Yeah.
You're going to want to click this button before you roll your attack to use the disadvantage roll if you choose to.
Oh, okay.
Oh, if you choose, no, you have to.
I
No,
have
if
to?
you choose just to make the attack.
Yes. I'm going to say I'm slightly out of range, so I will not be able to attack at this moment in time.
Okay, so if you're not going to use your action, you can take your action and transform it into movement. So you can move an additional 30 feet if you want to.
I will move an additional 30 feet.
Okay.
30. Bam.
Okay. And I know for a fact there's really nothing else you can do on your bonus action.
Yeah.
So is that your turn?
That will be my turn there.
All right.
Getting closer to the action to fight with my comrade.
So that makes it these guys' turn. 20,
Yeah.
30. This griffin is kind of down for the count. It is very hurt, and it's missing a wing. Yeah. Oh. No. Select both of them. Stop it. They're riding the griffin. Move them together. Stop. There we go. Here we go. All right. So these two we're going to attack. Ka-ka-chow. That's totally the sound they make too.
Oh, no.
Is their battle cry?
I'm glad I didn't buy a griffin.
I am sure they are screeching with rage
Yeah.
and frustration because all of their friends are probably most likely all dead. Most likely isn't definitely. Okay. They watched them die. It was quite traumatic. Okay. So all of the griffins swarm this thing and start biting at it with their beaks and clawing at it with their front talons. I need to roll this. $85. Nothing happens because that's impossible. All right.
I was gonna ask, is the
so
no.
one of the griffins rolled a critical failure. So essentially, what happens when you roll a 1 or a critical failure is I make you roll a D100, and then something happens dependent on what you roll.
It's never something good.
Not something good.
Right?
Something bad. It just kind of, adds a little more flavor than, okay, you just miss.
You really miss.
You really miss. You break your hand or throw your weapon, miss.
Yeah.
Or you hit
All right.
yourself with the weapon miss.
Yep. Or hit somebody else with the weapon miss. Anywho, that is their turn. And that brings us back to the top of the round. And I think right now is probably a good place for us to take a break.
Yeah.
All right.
How long do you figure?
About
How
5
long?
minutes. About 5 minutes
Wait.
should do.
Say 10, I smoke, so I'm
10?
going first.
Yeah. Okay.
That way we're not fucking, I'm like popping away trying to rush back, right? Now, did you want me to just leave the DM and bring everyone backstage, or do you guys want to sit and chill and shoot the shit while we're chilling, or?
I was thinking like you could just play some of our music and throw up our logo for about 10 minutes, and we don't have 10 minutes to work music, but it sort of works.
Do I have your logo? That is the question.
I sent it to you earlier.
Yeah?
In the email.
Oh, that's why I haven't got it yet. Let me see if I can bring this up real quick. Dun, dun, dun. Sign in. Dun, 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 dun. Weed Cottage. 4th of July. No, that's a different band. See, that's the problem with my email. Like 30.
I mean, so I can just put you guys back on here, and we can all go backstage.
Yeah, we can do that. Leave it up here and then.
I'll make I can make a special intermission one.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah,
All right.
I'll pull
Reconvene in
everyone
10
back.
minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Alright.
We'll be back. Da-da-da-da. All right. Bring everybody back. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, look at that. It even stayed in order. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. The stars have aligned.
I think it does it in order of who joined first and last.
Not sure, actually. I think so. It seems to be the same order on the backstage side, too.
All right. Is Ermax back?
That I wasn't sure. Must not be. His camera's off. I'll
Yeah.
take him back until his camera comes on. Oh, he's back. There we go. Yeah.
I had to get ready for the camera, okay?
You know what sucks? I totally got ready for the camera, and the camera don't work.
I blame the storm.
I mean, I'm not feeling brave enough to try and turn it on again because I don't want this computer to crash again.
Yeah.
We'll make sure to get it sorted out for next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that brings us back to the top of the round. Phelan, that makes it your turn.
Yeah, it does.
Did you reload the map?
No, she's not.
No, I did not. I forgot that I moved you off of it. I'm a good DM, guys, I swear. I try really hard.
Well, you're crushing it.
Well, Phelan is gonna move up over to this rock and finally notice what the griffin is staring at.
Okay.
Because he couldn't before. And he's gonna shimmy over a bit and say, "What's going on? Why are you not on your griffin?"
So it's quite obvious actually why she's not on her griffin. She's laying on her back in a very large pool of blood. She has a large slash across her stomach. She is very, very pale. I don't know. It just came out of nowhere.
Medical aid is not very good with me.
She like reaches out and she's like, "It's okay. I'm training to be a cleric. Just go help everyone else."
He'll nod and step back over so you can get a clear shot. You use my bonus action to hide, since technically you didn't do that in the first place.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Expertise is really fun.
You disappear into the ether. You become smoke. You are one with everything around you. You're freaking hidden.
All right.
Fucking
Why is
ninja.
this mist so musty?
And now I believe I have sneak attack.
Yes. You
Now
are
this-
hidden. It is definitely not paying attention to you.
Let's see.
Unfortunately,
do
that
that helicopter.
misses.
Yeah, I didn't roll with sneak attack anyways, so
So your arrow streaks through the air and you hear this really disheartening metallic ting as it bounces off of the thing's armor and just spins up into the air.
it's gonna dip back behind. That's it for me.
Dip, dodge, dip, dodge, dip. All right. That makes it its turn. So it's gonna do it that way, probably.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
I can picture a top hat and everything.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. 60-foot cone. How many of you can I hit in a 60-foot cone?
That is fun.
All right. So like 6. Okay, it's gonna fire out in this way direction. So If it fires from here, it just misses you.
Rude.
Right.
I mean, as long as you attack it, you can maintain your range. So, and you might be happy that I'm about to miss you.
Ha.
All right. So this thing leans forwards and opens its mouth and exhales, and this very thick green cloud just billows out of its mouth. And you can hear the griffins and the riders coughing and hacking and gasping as they each take 58 poison damage and immediately die.
Oh,
Jesus.
Ooh.
Wow. Rethinking my strategy.
Yeah, you might want to take a step back and not breathe in.
Yeah, right.
Silent but deadly. I guess not so silent anymore.
There we go. So this one's dead, and this one's dead. Yeah, D-E-D. It did the exact amount of damage it needed to kill them. Like, took them straight from full to 0. Like,
Jesus.
okay, so because it then brings something to 0, that then procs another action that it can do as a legendary action. It's a legendary action that's prompted by certain things happening, which is something dropping to 0 around it. So it exhales this cloud of billowing green smoke, and then the griffins and their riders contort and die, gasping their last breaths. And then it inhales and sucks all of the poison breath back into its body. And if you look closely, you can see glittering golden lights come out of the riders and disappear into this thing's mouth.
Just ate their souls.
Oh,
That's not disheartening at all.
That's its turn. Ermac, that makes it your turn.
All right, so I've got 30, so I'll move a little bit closer. And then I will use, this time, hopefully works, Scorching Ray. Oh, I only meant to do that once.
Well, both of those miss. So
Right.
just you fire it just as it sort of rears up and flaps one of its wings, and the scorching ray just hits its chest plate and reflects just harmlessly up into the air. This armor is a bitch.
yeah.
Yeah. I guess I can use Expeditious Retreat again, right?
It's
Yeah.
still active.
It's still active.
It should be.
It's a concentration.
Concentration
spell.
up to 10 minutes.
Oh,
10
okay.
minutes.
So then I can move the same number 5 again?
Yeah, so you can move 60 feet
Oh.
instead of 30. So
Over your
honestly,
whole turn.
what really helps me is I just move my character into each box and I go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I literally do it every time,
15.
but I land on the right box every time.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and put some range between me and the archer so that if one of us dies, at least it's only one of us. And then I guess I gotta end my turn there.
Okay. Solon.
Having watched the Griffin Riders be so rapidly snuffed out, I will laugh and roar and say, "Your death will bring glory!" And I will recklessly swing my my stone greatsword
Okay.
twice at the beast in front of me.
First one hits.
Okay.
So you swing forwards and you feel the satisfying slice as you know you cut through flesh, and then you bring it back up to do another rending slice through its belly just as it ducks forwards, and your stone sword ting slams against its armored chest plate.
Okay. Also, that because of my rage, I should have 2 extra melee damage on there. I gotta add that in.
Okay.
But so that's 12, not 10.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yes, that is my turn.
All right. Tabber.
Seeing his mighty first blow and causing damage, I will move in closer. So I can move my guy, eh?
Yep.
Okay, we'll go here. And then from there, I will definitely attack. That would be... I'll probably use my 2-handed battle axe.
Yep. So remember, you have a shield, so you can only use the one hit.
Oh, sorry. I'm using the shield, so it's one-handed?
Yep.
All right, so roll one hand?
Yep.
All right, there we go.
You lucky bugger. All right.
Always good to get those low rolls out of the way quick.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Seems to me that's all I roll.
You also get 2 attacks, so swing again.
Swinging again. Single-handed?
Yep.
Man.
Nice.
He can take it out by himself. I'm not even support role at this point. I'm just cheering in the background.
Cheering
All right.
us on.
Go Brute! Go
So-
Brute!
Solon, you hear the devastating clang of his sword hit the armored breastplate, and you just waltz right the fuck up, pull out your battle axe off of your back, and just take 2 humongous swings, carving these huge gashes in the side of this thing as it's currently distracted. It swivels its head, and its pupilless, white, bloodshot eyes are now looking at you.
Of course. I got this.
I will roar, Tabarnak, well struck!
I will give out another battle cry.
Guy's gonna limp over to his griffin and get back on. Oh no, he's not, because his griffin's missing a freaking wing.
Yeah, but still
Be
got
riding
four
in
legs.
Have the
Oh, 4 legs and beak.
All right, so this thing turns to look at Tabernac, and as it turns, all of the remaining griffins that can attack simultaneously do so, and just ping off of the armor that covers its entire spine and back. They claw at it and bite at it and are completely useless. That brings us back to Phelan.
Oh, still hidden?
I'm pretty sure once you attack, you need to hide again.
Alright.
Because it's like you poke out, you reveal yourself, and then you hide. I don't know why I bother making you roll, though. You once again disappear into the ether.
Hey!
Oh!
Oh, that damage, though. Oh no, you
But
roll
he
your
has
roll
sneak
your
attack.
I still
roll
get
your
sneak attack.
sneak. Oh my
Do I get my
god.
sneak twice?
Oh no. You double all of those dice.
Ooh. So I'm gonna click on it twice then for total.
Nice.
Damn, bro.
Fuck yeah.
So I'm just in the corner looking like a retard because I haven't hit anything.
Yeah. You'll hit the
Alright.
next one.
So it swivels its head to turn and look at Tabernac, and then you hear as this arrow just flies directly into the side of its face, right where its jaw meets in the middle. and it sort of rears back a little bit and flaps its wings. It's very startled. That definitely hurt it. And it sort of like looks around like, where did that come from? And it snarls.
Phelan's gonna dip back a bit. I think that's his turn.
Duck behind the rock. All right.
You can't see.
That makes it its turn. So it's gonna kind of divide and conquer here because it can.
Yeah.
Oh man, that sucks. All right. It is going to turn so it is fully facing you, Tabernac, and it spreads its wings up wide before it lunges forwards and tries to bite you. What is your AC?
I would defend for sure.
Oh no, it's just.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it's 18.
18? Yeah. Yeah, no, armor class is 18, yeah.
Okay, so you bring up your sword just at the right moment and catch it between its teeth and somehow manage to fend off this gigantic bite.
Yeah.
It also lashes out behind it with its tail, stabbing the griffin that's behind it up very directly into its chest. And this thing shrieks and throws off its rider and stumbles back as it takes 38 points of damage.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ermac, that makes it your turn.
Okay, I will close the gap again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I get 60 move, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'll move to here. That's 5, 10, 15, 20.
Ooh, hit the wrong button.
Then I'm going to try Chill Touch again.
That will hit. Does it not get disadvantage or something because of that?
No.
No?
Which one?
So your Chill Touch, does it like get disadvantage or anything when you hit it, or because cantrips tend to do that?
Oh, I believe the effect is that it can't heal on it until the end of its.
Can't regain hit points.
Yeah.
Aha. Okay. Cool. All right. So yeah, your hand flies outwards and grabs onto the edge of one of its wings and just digs its fingers in and refuses to let go. And you can see ice just forming on the edge of that wing.
And I think that's the end of my turn then, right? I can't really
Yeah,
do much
that's
more.
all you can do.
Yeah, so I'm done.
All right. Solon.
I'm going to cackle at this resilient foe and open up in a reckless pair of swings once again with my great sword.
Both of those hit.
I believe they both have the +2 this time.
Nope, they do not. Or do they? I don't know.
Yeah, it's included
plus
in
two.
that
As
roll.
long
There
as
you
you're raging, you get the +2.
Yeah.
So like it's included in that roll.
What I always did was like I had one in brackets like rage. And then,
Yeah, you're gonna have to show me how to do that in roll 20 later.
okay, I can do that. Okay. So yeah, now that you guys have realized that, you know, if you hit other areas that are not covered in armor, it tends to work a lot better. So you dance around the side of this thing and aim for one of its legs and just carve 2 gigantic gashes into its scales. And it lifts up its leg like reactively and hisses. Is that your turn?
Yes, I don't really have many bonus actions, so I believe it is my turn.
Okay, Tabber.
All right. So, letting out another battle cry, such as my comrades, I will recklessly swing. And that will be with my battle axe.
Okay.
And
Remember, you
I
get
guess
to attack twice.
Yep. So I'm going to take another swing.
All right.
Very nice.
You guys are carving this thing up like a Thanksgiving turkey now. So you kind of dart around it and take it from the other side and just go for the other leg, and now it's like dancing on 2 feet, like fuck, ow, ow, hey. Yeah, seems it's pretty beat up at this point, but it's most definitely still standing and still ready to fuck you guys up. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that should
All
be
right.
good for now.
Okay, so that makes it their turn. Let's see what they can do.
Yeah.
Miss.
Anything this time?
Miss.
Hopefully.
Oh, I got one hit. One hit for
Hey!
a pathetic
Yeah.
amount of damage.
Cheer on the griffin with excitement.
It's okay. When I don't get the sneak attack, I do pathetic damage.
So this one's gonna move back forwards. It's gonna like hobble forwards on one front leg. It's like these things are determined. All right, Phelan, that makes it your turn.
I would just like to, for flavor, say that when I see the one of the Talons land a strike successfully, I'm going to cheer at it, at him or her. And
it was this griffin that landed something.
Well, in that case, I'm not going to say much to it. I'm just going to roar again in triumph.
Okay. Ooh, you're not feeling as stealthy as you were before. You have a feeling some stuff's poking out now. You might probably be visible.
I hope. I pull
I
out
still got allies
another
around.
carrot and eat it.
I still
peacefully.
got people between me and it. That's good enough.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It's so unfair that like you get your steak regardless. It's like, why bother hiding? There's an ally within 5 feet of it. Like, why bother? It's just for flavor, really. It's like I'ma just pop back and forth from the ether because I can for flavor. So another arrow fires into the side of this thing's face, within an inch of where the first one hit. It doesn't seem to like go as deep into its flesh as the first one did, but it still definitely hurts. And that makes it its turn. Let's see if I can do this.
Yeah, you got this.
I'm not sure if you want me to.
Probably not. Probably dead now.
So it's going to like swivel its head and look at each of you, and then it is going to turn its back and face the 2 griffins and their riders. And it's gonna try and hit as many of them as it possibly can. But they're so freaking... All right. It's gonna move. It's gonna move here.
That's not good.
Opportunity?
Yep. So
We all-
everybody within 5 feet of it gets an opportunity attack as it moves out of their melee range.
So that's me?
That's
Yeah, you and me. Both.
You want
Yeah,
to fill on,
okay.
and
What-
each griffin and
plus
each
the
rider.
griffins and the rider.
Oh, okay. And what am I
So-
rolling?
You're just rolling an attack.
Oh, okay.
Just one.
Any attack?
That probably should
I'm not sure if you can reckless attack on a...
No, it wouldn't have advantage, but the first one of them
Yeah, but
was
it's still,
a
yeah,
20.
it still hits.
Yeah.
All right. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah,
So both of you, like,
Fucking
land a
flop.
passing blow on its foot as it flaps its wings and launches itself off of the ground into the air. And it flaps over to about here. And then it turns, opens its mouth, and exhales a huge cloud of poison gas. And this green thick cloud just cascades down onto the ground over the griffins and their riders. And I'm pretty sure I didn't hit any of you. Which was dumb. Why didn't I cast it? Oh my god. Hey, Charlotte. Why didn't you cast it this way, idiot?
Yeah. Way better.
Oh my god. All right. Because I don't feel like doing a TPK right now. All right. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to kill all of them, but let me just
Make all sure.
make absolutely sure. Oh my gosh, here we go. Yeah, that'll do it. All right. So it exhales this huge cloud of poisonous gas, which then creeps along the ground, and you can hear the griffins and their riders coughing and gasping and choking. And as they fall lifeless to the ground, the thing inhales and sucks all of the poisonous gas back into it. And you can see those same glowing lights dance into its mouth before its maw snaps closed.
Still on top.
It is then, while it is standing, at least it's not standing there, but while it is flapping, it sort of turns its head and looks at the one wounded griffin that's standing on top of the rock. And then it looks at all of you and it roars before it turns and it starts to fly away.
I'll shake my fist.
So
Mad
its
that
full
it
movement
left.
is 80 feet. It moved how far to get there? I'm just trying to give you guys like, so it moves 20
Yeah.
feet. So it can move another 60 feet so it's off the map.
I have sharpshooter. I can shoot up to 300 feet
Exactly.
without a disadvantage.
So it's going to fly like 60 feet straight off in this away direction. So that's 10 feet off of the map. So it would get 40 feet off of the map. Math. I mean, you can hit it. I'll let you take a few pot shots at it.
Yeah, why not?
Might as well.
Bah.
Nothing but dead bodies around us now, huh?
Yeah, we're not very good at saving people.
No. We should see if they have any gold when we're done.
So unfortunately, your arrow goes up, and it goes down and disappears into the trees.
Damn, that one's not recoverable.
Am I able to try and like I have a javelin? I know it's Ermax's turn first, but like, are we gonna get one more chance each to hit it?
It depends, because isn't the range on a javelin 2060?
No, it's 3120.
Sorry, what?
According to the javelin on my character sheet here, the range is 3120.
30 and 120. Okay. So yeah, you can try and hit it at disadvantage.
Okay. Does Ermax want to try and get close enough for another pot shot with the spell?
Yeah, as long as my quick feet thing is still active.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 5. So I end up about here.
1 minute is 10 rounds. You got that for you got that for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, so 10 rounds. Wow.
So then, I use Scorching Ray.
That'll hit. You leave a nice little singe mark on its butt as it's flying away.
I seem to be the most useless of the group so far, so that ends my turn.
I mean, wizards aren't they're just really squishy up until like level 9, and then they suddenly become super OP.
Doesn't Scorching Ray have like more than one Bolt, or am I thinking of a different spell?
You might be used to Zalgus twinning all of his spells.
Yeah,
let
but
me
I thought.
check.
Yeah,
Let
I thought
me check.
Scorching Ray
I
allowed
think
multiple
Scorching Ray
shots.
does 3 bursts.
It up to 2 creatures within 5 feet.
So you have to target different creatures.
Got it.
Oh, you can hurl them at one target or several. I lied.
Oh,
Make a ranged spell attack for each ray.
Does that mean I get to roll again for that one?
You get to roll 2 more times.
oh,
2 more times.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like this.
Damage.
I like this more.
So you leave another scorch mark on its bum. You're hitting it in the bum.
Wow.
Nice.
Really? Are you serious? Did you just roll 3 18s in a row?
He did.
He just
So-
killed it.
You leave
so useless no more.
you leave a cute little triangle of scorch marks on its ass. You gave it its fucking cutie mark.
I branded it so we know that it's our dragon
Yeah, right.
creature.
Pull out in a carrot. Enjoy our victory.
All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to drop my great sword carefully to the ground, not too carefully, and reach quickly for my javelin as I race 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 feet. And I'm within 120 feet of the wyvern.
For a couple seconds.
All right. And so I will then hurl my javelin towards it.
Your javelin goes up, and your javelin goes down, and disappears into the trees.
Lame.
And this thing is dashing now, so it can fly 160 feet
Yeah.
per turn. It is gone.
Yeah.
gone.
You see it disappear into the distance over the horizon.
With rage, I will scream at it as it goes out of sight. You will meet me again. And then I will.
It does not reply.
I didn't expect it to. And then as the bloodlust fades, I'll briefly fall to one knee and regain my composure.
Okay, so as things sort of start to die down, one of the noises that you guys hear is this last remaining griffin making very anxious sounding bird noises. One of its right wing is dragging off to its side. One of its hind legs is fully picked up. It can't put any weight on it. And there's a large gash going through its left eye. But it doesn't seem to particularly care about its state. It's looking down at that little talon, and it's like scrabbling at the rocks and trying to get to her, and it can't fit.
Are the rocks like big formations, or do they look movable?
They're big. They're big, heavy rocks. They're meant to be like jumped across.
Oh,
They are
okay, no.
not particularly movable.
Is this still in turn or is it story now?
It's story now. We are
Oh,
out of
okay,
turn order.
so I can rush on over here.
Yep.
And take a
But-
peek.
But do the stones look like a large-sized creature may be able to push them and create a little more space?
This large-sized creature. You
No,
can
but
surely
this-
try.
This giant strength creature.
You are a medium-sized creature.
Yeah,
no
but
matter how tall you are.
but my powerful build causes me to count as one size larger
yeah,
when determining carrying capacity or the
you
weight you can push, drag, or
surely
lift.
try.
All right, so I'm going to attempt to move this rock out of the way.
Roll
And
strength.
I will help.
Ooh.
It sucks
If that
because you should have held on to your rage, because
Yeah.
it would have helped.
Well, I mean, if he's helping, then I get advantage on the check, right?
Yes,
Yes.
and
Cool.
I am definitely helping.
Sorry, I didn't hear that he was helping.
Yeah,
Y'all are
no, I'm
talking at
definitely
once.
in there. I
It's
finished
true.
my victory carrot, and now it's time to.
I've eaten my victory carrot.
Yeah.
All right.
As
So with
everybody is doing that, I'm checking the bodies for resources.
Okay. I will.
Well, I would roll strength as well.
No. So if you're
Okay.
helping, either both of you roll normally, or one of you rolls with advantage.
and I just rolled with advantage, so
Okay.
we can cross that bridge
All
next time we
right.
come to it.
So you grab the sides of the stone with your hands, your big, meaty, baseball glove goddamn hands, and you heave, and it moves about an inch.
Oh, I forgot the roll, did I?
Oh, no, you don't need to
No,
roll.
you're good.
Oh, okay.
While
Oh,
they're
perfect.
trying to brute force the stone, Phelan's gonna take a step over and hold out a hand as he braces the stone for the soldier to take his arm.
She is currently unable to get up.
He's gonna help lift her up.
Okay. Rolls strength.
Oh, this will end well.
So you kind of try and grab her under her arm and like manage to sit her up, and she makes pained noises as you do so. But yeah, you do not manage to pick her up. She's sitting up now though, and she's sort of leaning on you. And
I
she just
hand
kind of
her a
reaches up
carrot.
and grabs your shirt in her hand, and she says, "Please, just take me to my griffin, please. I need to know that she's okay."
Well, your griffin will survive, but getting you to her will be a different story.
Having successfully moved the rock the 1 inch I needed to fit, I'm going to navigate in here and see what's going on.
All right, so you see a young Talon soldier. She is a young girl. She's about 15. And she's laying, dying on the ground.
I lean in and take a sip of my flask and say it's a shame.
I'll look around to my companions and say, have any of you potion, poultice, or spell which could aid this child?
I wish I was so talented in the magical arts.
Have a bottle of ink.
And she just looks up at all of you, her voice weakening, and she says, please, just take me to my griffin. Please. I want to say goodbye.
I'll pick her up and attempt to put her on my shoulders.
Okay.
So I put her on my shoulders.
So you just hoist her up like a bag of fucking potatoes.
It's just a little more gentle than a bag of potatoes. I don't want her to die before I get her up there.
So you... I mean, you rolled a crit. How the fuck? So you, as gingerly as possible, but with extreme ease, scoop her up into your arms like a baby.
So I try to calm the griffin from attacking him.
I stand back and
He's
walk.
holding the wounded soldier.
Okay. Yeah, so you can see the griffin gets quite agitated when you touch her, but then you kind of put your hands down and you're like, it's okay, and you talk to it in a really calm voice, and it's like, it's okay, breathe, relax, it's okay, we're helping. And the griffin is still agitated, its feathers are all puffy, and its ear feathers are straight up, but it's paying more attention to the young girl than it is to any of you.
I hoist her up as close as I can get her to the griffin.
So she looks her griffin over, and she just has this really sad, pained smile on her face, and she says, "Oh, Eerie, I'm so sorry." And she reaches out with one hand and puts her blood-covered hand on her griffin's face. And she says the words, "Hayla, Shayla, oh," before her hand drops and her arm falls limp. And she just completely relaxes in your arms as her final breath exhales out of her body. And as that final breath leaves her lungs, you see small glittering gold lights dance over onto the griffin and cling to her feathers, making her feathers beautiful purple iridescent. And the griffin leans forward. This is Echo? Echo, no, please don't leave me. And that's where we're going to end the session for tonight.
That's so sad. I was like, take another swig of my flask and shed a tear.
I was like, if this griffin survives, am I gonna have to wash the blood off its face now?
We might have to take this griffin with us on our adventure.
I'm just intrigued that it can talk.
Yeah, true that, right?
This soul transfer maneuver seems to be empowering it more than I anticipated.
I would assume that Phelan already knew about that.
Here I was thinking I'd have to spend 10 minutes casting Beast Speak.
I'm gonna give it a carrot.
Griffins don't like carrots. No, so once I say, guys, that's where we're gonna end it for tonight. Like game
That's
over.
it? Oh yeah,
That's
okay,
it.
we're just battling now.
All right.
All right.
Well, good first session. It was fun.
No, everything went pretty smooth, I thought.
I'm sorry it's a little shorter than I anticipated, but I didn't know how long it was going to take for the whole not dragon encounter.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are two rather important things that you guys need to take from this session. Is one, dragons don't exist. And two, griffins cannot talk.
And they don't like carrots.
And they don't like carrots.
Well,
All right, one second. I have to just let my shit of a cat out of the room.
Yeah.
What? Oh my god.
Well, that was fun, guys. I really enjoyed you having on tonight. Like, I'm glad this worked out. Like, it was nice to be able to have the screen up and have all us to the side. So.
All right,
Hell
you know
yeah.
what? I'm gonna turn on my camera just for this last little. All right. Hopefully my computer doesn't crash. But thank you
He's
for
gone.
everybody. Thank you to everybody that watched this first session. And I hope that you guys come back and join us for our next one. It is going to be next Monday at 7. Hopefully I don't have any more technical difficulties and you guys will actually be able to see me rather than just hear my awesome voice. It seems to be working now. It seems to work fine now.
Thank you to everybody who watched tonight. Remember, Charlotte and I are part of Effects May Vary. You can check us out on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, as well as on TikTok at Char's Car Karaoke.
Yep.
You guys are still doing that T-shirt giveaway too, aren't you?
Yep.
We sure are. Charlotte,
Yeah.
you want to tell the lovely audience?
So essentially what it is we have placed Easter eggs in each of our official videos. So Scarlet's Second Stage and Parasite each have an Easter egg. And if you can figure out what that Easter egg is and where they are, we'll give you a free shirt. And that's
Awesome.
about it. We're only giving away one, so get to it.
I'll start. I'll get on that too. Am I allowed to participate, or am I
Yeah,
excluded from this one? I don't
No.
know where they are. You know what
exactly.
I mean? So
And I'm not about
Yeah.
to tell you, so you have just as fair of a chance as anybody else.
yeah, perfect. I'll be on there tonight then.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for watching, and thank you everybody for playing.
No,
It's fun.
stay tuned. I gather next Monday, the same time. We'll be continuing this adventure.
Yep.
Let me take us off the air.
Have a good night,
Have a
guys.
great night, everyone.